I'm Steve Adubato. This is One on One. We're pleased to welcome for the first time, it will not be the last time, to our studio, Donald A. Borden, President, Camden County College. Good to see you, Don.
Good to be here. Thanks
Describe
for having
your college.
me. We are 3 campuses in Camden County. Our main campus is on the Blackwood campus, which I think reflects just the kind of investment that community's made in our college. We have a campus in Camden City, and we have a satellite in Cherry Hills. So, you know, pretty much every aspect of our county, from rural, as rural as we get in Camden County, to very urban in Camden City, represented by those campuses, and cross-section of our students, too.
You know, we've talked to many of your colleagues who run community colleges across the state. How do you see the role, the expanding role, of county/community colleges?
I think we are poised at a very critical time to provide the best option for so many students in our state, in the sense that with a debt crisis of college costs, we're affordable, we're accessible. I think another issue is the support that we provide for our students gives them the best option to be successful if they haven't had the kind of background that you would hope to see a student transition with into college.
Describe that support. I mean, you're talking about readiness, are you not?
We're talking about readiness. And
when does that start?
Well, the college readiness supports everything we talk about. We're pushing deeper into high school. We would like it to start sooner rather than later. I come from a public ed background, and elementary school teachers talk to middle school teachers and transition those students, and the same thing happens from middle school to high school. In our mind, that conversation has to be between high school and colleges. We need to provide programming. Students that are not ready to come to college need to be given remediation in high school so that they're not spending money at the college level, adding, again, to that cost issue. Those students that are college ready should be earning credits in their junior and senior years in high school.
What are they actually doing for them? Make it clear to folks, Don, what is actually going on to get young people more prepared to succeed in college?
If a student can't pass the AccuPlace or meet standard on an exam that determines college readiness, there are courses being provided at the high school level that remediate those students primarily in the areas of math and language arts, so that they can then be determined college ready, transition to any college really, but in our case, hopefully, you know, Camden County College, where they will then be taking college credit bearing courses. So they're not spending money in remediation programs trying to get ready as they transition to college. You look at research, the things that frustrate students, lead them to leave college, are often related to not earning credit, spending money that's not bringing them closer to graduation. We can talk all we want about how many students go to college. The conversation we need to have is how many students are completing either a certificate program, an associate's degree, or transferring and finishing at a bachelor's program.
That bothers you a lot. You were just telling me before we got on the air that graduation rates are not what they should be, need to be. How are you taking that on?
From our perspective, first of all, trying to, again, impact students at a younger age and really have articulation agreements with those public schools that we serve and the schools in our area to help prepare those students to be ready to take college-bearing courses. On our campuses, we're providing more intrusive advisement. We're providing tutorial services. We have mentoring programs to really try to envelop our students with a support structure that helps them not just be there, but complete there and meet the goal that they started hoping to achieve when they first entered our campus.
Now, is there a so-called typical, we're up at Bergen Community College, and we've also been over at Passaic and Community College, different colleges, and I'm trying to figure out who the typical community college student is, and I can't figure it out. There's so many different, so diverse.
Yeah, as you asked me that, my first thought is there is no typical community college student. With New Jersey Star students on our campuses, we
Explain
have
New Jersey Star.
New Jersey Stars are students who finish in the top percentage of their class, who the state supports. They're talented students. They get to go to college for free with us and represent the best that our state has to offer. We also have students who are first generation, who have socioeconomic issues, didn't come to us as prepared as we would like them to be as they enter our campuses. You know, as a first generation student, not really with a support system that tells them what to expect or helps them manage times. International students, which is a growing population for us. English language learners, a growing population for us. So there really is no typical student, and our intention is to serve all of those populations.
What's it like for a student to be in such an environment? It literally sounds like going to school at the UN.
Well, I think it's a great environment in the sense that it reflects more what they're going to see as they transition into their adult lives. And that's what we're trying to reflect, and that's what we're trying to support. And we want our students being around international students because they're going to be working with them. We want our students to be around English language learners because they represent such a huge portion of our population. And we want them to work together because that's what they're going to do in their employment opportunities.
Finally, you mentioned employment, good segue for this. Job readiness, workforce readiness. What are you doing?
It's a huge part of what we do, and much like we're trying to meet kind of at the beginning with high school age students, at the end we're trying to meet with our local workforce and address their needs. I'll give an example. Holtec is a company that's doing a huge amount of construction in Camden City. They have needs related to the kind of workers that they're going to need to do that in Camden City. We have recently graduated our first class and have a second class of welders that are transitioning into that program. But a lot of people don't understand what a community college does. We have a tremendous program for auto mechanics. When they finish that program, they're going to go out and they're going to earn a living if they meet standard upon graduation from that.
You're getting them ready for work.
We're getting them ready for work. And I think that's when you talk about the typical student, typical college student is in a degree program. We don't have a typical college student per se in the sense that we do tech education. We have students that graduate with computer technical skills that come out as a sophomore and are ready to make money, and their companies looking to hire them right away. So it really is a situation of us trying to meet the needs of the high school students coming in and the employers, so when we transition our students out, they can find a living wage job.
Important work being done every day at Camden County College. The president is Mr. Donald A. Borden. Thank you, Don. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Particularly,
Thanks
we're all
for
the way up
having
in
me.
Patterson. I should tell folks, Don came all the way up to talk to us, and he said, listen, anytime we're talking about educating students and talking about their future, I will travel. Thank you, Don.
Absolutely,
Appreciate it,
my
buddy.
pleasure.
Stay right
Thank
there.
you.
We'll be right back, right after this.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by New Jersey Council of County Colleges, N.J. Best, Partners for Health Foundation, Investors Bank, Holy Name Medical Center, Create, and by Century 21 Construction. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.